Sorry, that was my alarm. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that it's very important what you feed your subconscious mind, and it's not always what you think. Like, words are a very powerful tool for manifesting and reprogramming your subconscious mind. However, words are also that much dangerous because I don't think people have evolved enough to understand that well what you're feeding your subconsciousness, which is probably much more important than your conscious mind. So what it turns out that often what you believe consciously has nothing to do with the belief your subconscious mind has. So there's this duality, and I see so many people on this journey who've gotten to the point where they're tired and fed up, and they're like, why is it not happening? Why I keep attracting the same situations? Like, I also relate to that a lot because I've had the same problem. And it's like, I keep doing everything. I keep healing myself. I keep working on myself, on my chakras. I meditate, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm focusing on myself. But then nothing happens. And, or the same old repeats. And this is something very dangerous. Like, I cannot stress enough how dangerous that is, because this is leading to a point of exhaustion. Because I don't agree with the martyrdom. I don't agree with being humbled and, oh, it's God's plan, or it's the universe plan, or, just have trust and faith and just keep going. I don't believe that, really. It just doesn't make any sense to me, really, because I believe that the universe is loving and would want you to have everything, but then it's also entirely up to you. And the universe cannot do only so much to help you wake up and just get your stuff together and be responsible for everything that's happening to you. And the thing is, I just think this is dangerous belief because it leads people to the point of an exhaustion and martyrdom. Like, maybe I'm not meant to have this. Maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I'm one of those who, don't have a twin flame or soulmate or blah 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 blah, like whatever. I think you're getting what I'm saying. And that's just toxic. Let's face it, it's toxic. It's just bullshit. That's not true. Everyone's meant to have that. If you want it, you're meant to have it. The problem is why it's not happening. Well, that's a question you need to take to your subconscious mind. And I'm not sure if meditation is always the best tool, to be honest. At least it hasn't always worked for me. But everyone has different methods. They work in a different way. So whatever you feel is the best way for you to really try and see what you're actually manifesting and what you really actually believe. Not what you tell yourself you believe, but what you actually believe. And you can do this by looking at your life and how it's playing out and how it's turning out. Like, if you're struggling with money, you might have daily affirmations of, I'm abundant, I'm materially abundant, or stuff like that. But if it's not happening and manifesting in your physical life, then you probably don't believe it. And it's true, it takes time till you reprogram your subconscious mind. I'm not saying give up, of course not. Never give up, ever, on yourself, ever, ever. But the thing is that maybe you just need to try a different method. Because maybe what you're doing now is not just working for you. And a lot of the people who follow the internet gurus, the readers who are telling you, like, you gotta do this and that, and this is a way, and this is not a way, and stuff like that. Let's get to the point why I think the twin flame journey is bullshit that's keeping people separated. Because, first of all, the percentage of people on this journey who have gotten into union is much smaller than the percentage of people who are in separation. The other thing is, if you keep telling yourself that you're not enough and you have to reach a certain level before you get union, this is what you're manifesting, really. You keep getting yourself in situations that show you you have more work to do. And this becomes a cycle, a vicious cycle that needs to be broken. That's why you need to reach a point in realizing, you know what? I'll probably never be fully healed. I'll probably always have issues that will keep coming out. And it's just who I am. And I don't mind it. I love myself this way. I accept myself this way. And someone better accept me as I am. Because it's not changing. Like, it's one thing to be like working on yourself in a healthy way, like trying, when you see an issue coming up, trying to resolve it. But that doesn't mean just because you have issues that this is stopping you to have a relationship or find someone that you really like and really loves you. Because the truth is, let's face it, most of the people on the twin flame journey are women. And women are naturally inclined of being much more unconditionally loving and accepting, because come on, we're mothers after all. We give birth. We're just programmed to be unconditionally loving and accepting. If you can do that for someone else, then why not? Why do you think they cannot do it for you? Why do you think you cannot have a relationship with mutual understanding? Like, you know what? I have issues and they'll probably come up. We'll probably have fights. I might project stuff on you, but we can resolve it. Like, I will probably do it and then I'll probably realize I'm doing it and I'll apologize and you'll just forgive me and we'll laugh about it and move on. Like, I don't believe in perfect relationships, and I'm kind of feeling like this is what this community is chasing, like this perfect fairy tale that just doesn't exist. And some people who have realized that this is not possible have already gotten into relationships and have found their significant other, because they just know it's gonna be hard. Like, if you have another person in your life that's so close to you, it's gonna be hard because things will start coming out and you have to deal with them, really. And this is just why I feel like this twin flame journey is causing much more separation than it's causing unions to happen. And it's just my belief. Like, I don't want to force anyone to believe in what I'm feeling or saying or my perspective. I don't want to offend anyone. Of course, that's not my intention at all. People have their own paths. The thing is, why I wanted to share this is because I have felt alone in my belief for a long time. Like, I've believed this pretty much since day one that I've gotten into this journey. And I felt alone in my belief because I've been called out for being egoic, speaking from ego. This is not how it works. You've got burned from an experience and you just don't want to accept that. No, that's not true. I've got burned quite a lot of times and I'd have accepted it all. But the thing is, I also don't believe that someone has a plan for me apart from me. I firmly believe that I am the master of my own universe and the creator of my life. So I just don't excuse anything with meant to be, timing, what else? Plan, universe, guide, stuff like that. It's just, it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with me at all. And as I said, I felt alone in this belief and I've been called out for it, and I just wanted to share this in case there's someone else who feels the same way and they feel alone in this or they've been called out on it again, because I know there's such people. Like, come on, it can't be just me. And also, I want to say that just because I don't believe in twin flames does not mean I don't believe in love. Those are completely different things. I do believe that partnership is quite important for our evolution because, come on, we're human beings, we're here to procreate. Like, that's one of our most ultimate goals, to procreate, to evolve and transfer the information that we've gained to our generation, to our kids, so that they can have a higher start than we did and they can go even higher. Like, that's probably the highest mission of our kind as species, as human beings. So of course this is important. Of course it's important to have a healthy and happy relationship and procreate. Like, this is probably the highest goal of them all, because this is how you help this race and this planet, by doing your part. And probably that's why the twin flame thing came in. Probably it was a tool for most people to realize that you attract what you are, or even though I don't believe this fully, I used to believe it, I don't anymore. I think it's quite narcissistic to believe that you attract what you are. I think people are different and they should be loved and accepted for who they are. And we don't need to always play the, not the mirroring game, because that the mirroring technique is actually very helpful in resolving conflicts and seeing where you could be wrong. But yeah, generally that's what I wanted to say. Also, I've been thinking of doing a collective reading just to see where the collective is now. I don't always resonate with collective readings. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's ego, I don't know, I just don't. But yeah, it's not meant to resonate with everyone. So yeah, I'm gonna do one reading. I'm gonna do reading. And I will also separate it on masculine feminine energy, but it's not meant to be gender separation, because we all have those energies in us, both of them, and we always like have one that's more dominant at times than the other. So just see with what you resonate, okay? Doesn't matter if you're male or female. See which side resonates more with you and just go with it. Also, this is not really meant to be snooping like what the other person is doing or stuff like that. More like trying to help more people resonate and just find their pile and place. Okay, so this side is gonna be the feminine and this is gonna be the masculine. Okay, so what's happening collectively with the feminine energy? And I'm not even calling it divine, because let's face it, everything's divine, so there's just no need to separate and put labels. I'm just so against labels, I cannot even tell you. Okay, what's happening with the feminine energy? What's happening with the feminine energy? What's happening with the masculine energy? And I just got this idea. How are both energies merging together? Now, you can take this as union energy, or in general, how the energies merge inside of you. Like, what are they producing? On the bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Cups, or emotional withdrawal. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna get into it. Okay. Right, so on the feminine side, the first card we have Rest and Rejuvenate, which is pretty much the Four of Swords. And what it talks about, exhaustion. Now, I relate to this. I've been exhausted. Recently, my life has been just crazy. A lot of shit has fallen down. A lot of shit has happened. and I've barely had any time to process all the people I lost, all the things that that changed, and this is just time for now. You know what, universe? If you want me, come find me, because I'm out. I need time for myself. I need to process. I need to relax. I need to chill, and I need to figure out what happened, why did it happen, and just process all the information before I can move forward in my life. We also have the truth card, which is justice. Oh my god, you guys. Literally, as I said justice and stopped shuffling, this is on the bottom of this deck. This is justice too. It's just like on this side. See? That's crazy. Okay, so we have justice. Wow, justice for me, it's been coming up a lot in my own personal readings. It's a very ambiguous card, but justice is not the most feeling card. Justice is very cool and calculating, and it's very emotionally detached, because justice strikes for balance. It's Libra root. It strikes, it seeks balance. It seeks the truth. It seeks harmony. It doesn't want to cause strife. This is also the card for like legal contracts, marriages, what else? Soul contracts and stuff, and karma. Also karma. Although, if I have to get into astrology, given the fact that this is Libra, I wouldn't call this karma, because Libra has nothing to do with karma, really. Not as much as Saturn and Capricorn, but whatever. So what I'm getting from this, I feel like there is being playing out of karma for a lot of us. There's been a lot of Four of Swords again. So many repeating cards. I swear, like, come on, give me something else. How am I supposed to read it? I kind of feel like for a lot of us, there's been breakage of certain contracts. Could be soul contracts, could be like people who have been getting divorced, or married. But yeah, in general contracts, it could be literally anything that binds you to a certain place or certain someone. Could be like tenancy agreements, divorces, paperwork for kids, all just like think of all sorts of legal contracts and soul contracts as well. So if you've had people leaving your life, since we have eight of cups on the bottom of the deck, if you've had people leaving your life, know that it's for the best. Know that it's just for the best. I'm not even gonna get into detail, but it's just for the best. You might have gotten like fired from work. It just doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get into that many details. Like, I'm sure you just apply it to your situation. And now it's just really time to rest. Like, it's been a challenging time. I'm telling you this. It's been a really challenging time. The other card we have is patience and planning. So I feel for a lot of the feminine energy, it's been going through really a lot of changes. A lot of changes. And like a lot of things have probably fallen down, and now it's just time to just rest, rejuvenate, get your strength back, and start planning. Because we also have the Eight of Pentacles here, and you have the Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. So it's just like rest and start thinking and start planning. Be patient, but plan for your future. How do you want things to be? What do you want your life to look like? What job do you want to have? Where do you want to live? It's almost like the Seven of Cups, which is like a dreamy state. where you're manifesting with your dreams and your visions, but really this is more like practical planning, more like, okay, I need to figure out um, what I want in my life and how to achieve it. I'm not like, obviously this is a very divine card, like you have the two pillars, it's number 7, the light coming in. You have also the 4 seasons. it's it more speaks to me like, plan for your future, to have stability and to be prepared for anything, for each season. This got clarified with strength and the sun, two major arcanas on the shadow side. So either a lot of fears have been coming up, or situations that just caused you to be really brave and just face your demons, face your fears, like be brave. You've tamed a goddamn lion, you've dealt with this gargoyle, it's not that scary. But the sun, even on this side, it shows to me again preservation of energy, because this is how it looks on the good side, and this is the shadow side. And you see that the boy and the horse are inside of this, I don't know what it is, like there's the wall and this pillar, and they feel kind of trapped a little, and you don't really see the sun. But it's still a positive card. It still means yes, whatever you're planning, whatever you're thinking of, you're gonna get it. There's no question about that. The thing is, your energy is a bit in preservation mode, and that's fine. That's fine to be withdrawn. That's fine to not be so spiritual. It's fine to not care much about much and just really being focused on yourself, and um, to the point of you might feel you're selfish, because this is two Leo cards, and with Leo it's all about me. It's me, 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 me. And I'll tell you, nothing wrong with that. Just keep doing you, keep doing this, because this is what's asked for you now. As I said, I've had this moment where I had like this huge tantrum where I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I feel I'm doing all this spiritual work and following this path for free. Like, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting anything in return. And I demand a higher raise. And I don't feel there's anything wrong with that, really, because let's be honest, no one works for free. Like, if that was the case, everyone would be working for free. Like, you'd have the shittiest job and the hardest job ever, and you wouldn't expect any pay. But that's not the case, right? Because you need your pay to live your life, to survive. And it's pretty much the same thing with the spiritual community. You signed up to be this, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't care about the labels. Starseed, Twin Flame, Lightworker, whatever. You signed up to have a higher meaning of your life and higher purpose and perspective and help others and be a healer. And sometimes people like this give, and they don't demand anything in return, so they get emptied out because they don't demand. And this is just low self-esteem. This has nothing to do with being humbled. It has nothing to do with being spiritual or being good. This is simply low self-esteem. And you're bound to end up emotionally drained to the point where you need to withdraw, to the point where you need to rest and rejuvenate, to get your stuff together, to refill that energy. And for some people that might be fine. Don't get me wrong, this is just how some people choose to be. That's absolutely fine. I'm not trying to judge that at all. This is you. But to the people for whom it's not been working, since I have justice, which is karma, which is truth, which is realization, since I have this, there might be people who are just done with this, and they're like, you know what? This is not how I want my life to be. For many, there might be like sudden wake-ups and changes of belief systems, which is also completely like, yeah, I was just saying that, and Ace of Swords, epiphanies, truths. That's completely fine. No one's here to punish you. No one's here to give you karma. Some things happen for a reason, and sometimes the reason is you're just dumb. I love this quote, and it's very true. That's why it's important to be compassionate with ourselves, because we're learning, we're growing. We're not always smart. We make dumb decisions sometimes, and we just gotta pay for it, you know? Okay, this is on the masculine side. That's interesting. Okay, the first card is Wisdom, or the Hierophant. Hierophant speaks a lot about commitment. Same as Justice, to be honest. But Hierophant is more like committing to a belief. It's a very dogmatic card. It's like, what is the right thing to do? What is the best way to approach a certain situation? Like, how do I do it? And this is the masculine sign, as I said. So it's possible that you or someone else, however, like, take it as you wish. You can take this for your someone else you're thinking about, or your other half, your partner, or yourself, whatever. Just don't pay attention to the way I speak if I speak to you or someone else. Just take it as you wish. Anyways, this is the masculine side. So there's something, I feel like there's a question of like, what is the right thing to do? Like, I almost feel like there's this desire to be mature and doing the right thing. And it's like asking, like, how do I approach this? What do I do? We have the Ace of Pentacles. And it's like, I have this idea, but I don't know, I'm not sure how to execute it. I just want to choose the best way, the right way. We have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is possible to be probably a feminine, since this is the masculine side. And I do read the court cards as gender. Like, this is a female energy, period. We have also the Knight of Swords. Huh. I'm getting the general feel of desire to come forward with something like, hey, look at me, I've grown up, I've changed, like, I've had these epiphanies, and I'm just so eager to tell you something or do something. It's like a game, you know? And as I did say a game, and the second card is the waiting game. So this can mean anything. Usually, to be honest, I'm kind of happy I see it on this side, because most of the times when it comes to on the feminine side, it's like waiting for someone to change, for something to happen, or stuff like that. However, when it's in the masculine energy, I feel more like waiting for the right time. Not too many cards fell out. Waiting for the right time, for the right opportunity. And we also just got the Fool. Yeah, the Fool with Ace of Wands, which is probably the strongest confirmation for a new beginning. Like, it doesn't get stronger than that. So there is some waiting going on here, waiting for something, not for something to happen, but more like for the right time to execute something. Because you have already the desire for new beginning, and this is very much on a soul level. Like, it's time, like, I need this, I need to try something new. And it really ties with the Hierophant, because it's like, it almost feels like I've learned my lesson and I'm ready to just try something new. Because this is a new situation and I want to react to it in a different way. I want to act in it in a different way. I don't want to repeat the same mistakes that I did. Um, it just feels like a fresh new energy that is just trying to manifest. Okay, we also have the solar plexus chakra. Um, Justice again, right? Okay, we're taking it. Oh, yeah. See, solar plexus chakra has a lot to do with self-esteem and control issues. And this pile with Justice and Seven of Pentacles. This is like, oh my god, this is so mirrored. It's crazy. It's just crazy. It's pretty much the same as on the other side. Like, there is waiting, like patience and planning for something to balance out, something to do with justice, like whether it's a legal contract, whether it's a marriage, some sort of commitment, or a new job, or uh, it's either breaking or making a contract, whether it's on a soul level, whether it's on a like more physical level. It doesn't matter. It will manifest differently with everyone. And this is the good side of justice. It speaks of truth and honesty and fairness and balance. So let me get one more card because it's a bit of a vague message. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I feel like the masculine energy has been trying to manifest something for quite a while. I really do feel this. And it's almost like a lot of them have been trying at least to follow a bit of a spiritual path. Um, you know, it's inevitable. It's 2019. Like, everyone's a little edgy, new age, and spiritual. But, like, they've been trying to manifest and really work on that. But it's like they've been doing it for so long and nothing happens. It's just nothing happens. And they're starting to think, like, why? Like, isn't it supposed to work? Like, why is it not working? Why is it like I've waited for so long? I've waited for so long and nothing's just coming to fruition. Like, there's no new beginning, nothing new is happening. And I kind of feel like one of the reasons for that is you cannot only manifest something and expect it to just magically happen, like come out of thin air. Like, sometimes you gotta take action, you gotta have a plan, and basically just let the universe support you and hope for the best. But you gotta act. Like, that's it. And if you manifest opportunities and if they come your way and you just don't take them, don't expect things to happen. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And I feel like that's been the case with a lot of the masculine energy. Like, a bit of frustration, like why something's not happening when I've been manifesting it for so long. But it's not that deep frustration. It's more like coming to realization that, you know what, this is not gonna work like that. Like, I gotta actually start acting. I gotta start doing stuff, taking actions towards the things I want. And I kind of want to go back to the feminine energy. Why is this rest and rejuvenate here? Right. They came up together this way. This is Temperance and the Hermit. I think a lot of the feminine has made a lot of unnecessary sacrifices. And I think they're starting to realize that now, that it's just not worth it. The sacrifices they made, the ways that they've purposely put themselves in the position of the hanged man, meaning, oh, it's probably me. Oh, probably I need to change. Oh, probably I need to heal. Oh, I need to look deeper in myself. You know, everything that the hermit stands for and represents, like seeing the world in a new perspective, things being put to a halt, stagnation, stuff like that. And on this side, this is why I love this deck, because it's so deep. On this side, you see the Angel of Temperance, and you see a lion, and what is that? Hawk? I don't know how it's in English, sorry. It's not my first language. And you see, this is where the hangman is. This is where the hangman is. This is his, I don't know how that's called, but this is where he hangs himself. And this is protecting you, it's stopping you and telling you, now is not the time to be the hangman. This is a sacrifice that's just not worth it. You don't need to sacrifice your beliefs or something in you, your personality or your life, for whatever you think. It's just not worth it. And to me, this again speaks of having firm foundation in yourself and knowing when to say, you know what, you're wrong, it's not me. Fix your shit, deal with your shit, I'm out. Like, this is me, like it or not, and I'm not gonna change. There are times that we need to say that. We don't always have to look at the faults and wrongs in ourselves. Sometimes we need to just say, you know what, it's not gonna happen. It's your fault, it's not mine. Stand in your ground and be firm. And the hermit here, I feel like a lot of have realized that, because the hermit on this side is finally coming out with his truth, and it's like, this is my truth. Like, see how he's it looks almost like he's releasing this bird, and to me it just shows like, this is my truth, this is it, like it or not, take it or leave it, this is it. So because of those harsh realizations that have come forward, and I feel like this is why a lot of the feminine needs to just rest and rejuvenate. Like, this has been draining realizations, this has been hurtful realizations, it's been like stops to the heart and whatnot. And I get that, like, again, I've been there. Maybe I'm reading for a really smart part of the collective that just resonate with me. Probably it won't resonate with much. I hope it does, to be honest. But yeah. Let's just get one more card, see what is this. Okay. What is this justice here for? Let's just see, what is the justice here for? Death. But death on this side is more like the rebirth. This is more like being humbled in front of the face of death, knowing that nothing material lasts really, nothing material will last, and I'm not gonna get too deep into that because everyone has a different belief and perspective on it, so I'm not gonna force mine on you. But this card mainly speaks of rebirth and major rebirth, and I see it like there's so many major arcana. It's like the feminine is finally, it's like what they call stepping in your power. You're finally saying when it's time to say, nope, this is me. Not even to your partner or your masculine or whatever, saying this to yourself, saying this to the universe, saying like, universe, I've had enough, this is me, I'm not gonna change more. I've been tested enough if I'm a good person and if I'm willing to take a risk and able to take a challenge, and I've proven myself time and time again that I am goddamn strong and I can deal with anything that comes my way. But I am done. I'm done. I'm done being the martyr. I'm done being the hangman. I'm done being the one who always does all the work. I'm just done. It's not gonna happen. It feels more like a switch, like the feminine is becoming the masculine, like this firm emperor energy that's like, it's gonna be my way or the highway, you know? And that's good. I feel like this is good. It's been about time to happen. And this is it. It's just confirmation that this is like a major rebirth. It's like a new you is coming. See this naked woman dancing? This is how it probably feels. I know this is how I feel. So I hope you feel the same way. And this is the Ace of Cups on the shadow side, which usually speaks of romantic delusionment. Now, this does not mean, by romantic illusions and delusionments does not mean that the person you have feelings for or have certain dreams with is not the one, or that you're delusioned about them. It simply means romantic delusionments. It doesn't have to do with a person. It's more like, ask yourself really if your beliefs are realistic, because I mean, we gotta ask ourselves that. We gotta be really smart about it and logical, because there are certain dreams that are just not realistic, and they're just hard to happen in our reality. They're just hard to happen. And this is more like advising you to weigh down what's more important to you. Like, is it more important for manifesting the things exactly as you envision them and exactly as they are in your head, or the outcome is more important to you regardless of how it happens? You know what I'm saying? I hope you do. Okay, let's see the mutual. Oh my god! That's so cool! Oh my god. Fuck. Like, shit. Seriously. This is. Oh my god. I asked the mutual energy between, like, masculine and feminine, how they're coming together. Do you see the two hands? Like, from both sides, from both piles, the two hands finally. Oh my god, I'm getting shivers, I swear. I'm getting goosebumps. This is too amazing, like how it lined up. It's beautiful. Do you see the two hands that are nurturingly and caringly just holding each other? And the prosperity begins. That's what it says. Prosperity begins. See how they're nurturing the seed so that it can grow into this tree and produce fruits. Oh my god, I'm getting shivers. Oh my god. I've waited for this for so long. Seriously. For so long, and I'm so happy to see it. I'm gonna cry. It's like, finally, masculine and feminine energy are coming together to work together. Finally, there's this realization, you know what? You're not my enemy. I'm not your enemy. We both want the same thing. Might as well just stop with our ego, stop whining about it, and just get to work. This is Ace of Pentacles. Just get to work, you know? Come on, it's time to work together in the things you want. There's a saying that I really like, and it goes like, if you want to go there fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I feel like finally both sides are coming to the realization, like, you know what? If I want my dreams happening, I need to cooperate. I need to work together. We need to work together. Like, we cannot do any more of these things alone. We just can't. Like, it's been... Okay, the moon wants to come out twice, so I'm gonna take it. The moon has been a major theme lately. I don't know why. I feel like the majority of our subconsciousness is getting reprogrammed and wiped out. Like, wiped out. Clean slate. And I do feel that this is collective. I do feel this is collective. Right now, things are probably vague. This might not resonate with you right now, it might will. And the reason for not resonating is probably the moon. Things are foggy, things are unclear. We're still uncertain, we're still a bit wobbly and shaky, but this is already here. And it will happen. That's it, period. Like, can't change my mind. It's set in stone. This is set in stone, I promise you that. Um, we also have the Three of Wands on this side, which speaks again of um, just looking forward to the future, planning for the future, being excited for the future. There's so much planning going on. Like, I feel it in this whole reading. It's so much planning going on that it's just crazy. And it feels so positive. And this is the Four of Pentacles. But you see on this side, it's like everything just feels balanced. Everything just feels balanced. Like, it's just, I don't know. This card has always made it tough for me to read it, so I'm gonna read the booklet because I really like the meanings of this booklet. It's the Vice Versa Tarot, and they have some really good psychological explanations. So I'm just gonna read it on this side. Okay. A man sits in bare stone chamber between two tall pillars. Two tall pillars? Sounds familiar? Two tall pillars, right? I'm pretty sure it was somewhere else, but two tall pillars. Two tall pillars. What is that about? I don't know what they symbolize. If someone knows, please comment down below, because that got my attention and got me really curious. Anyways, the moon and stars on his cloak proclaim him as a wizard. The green and gold motifs speak of earth-based skills. It seems that his power to manifest riches may have gone to his head, literally, for he wears a king's crown rather than a wizard's hat. Four glowing pentacles surrounding the labyrinth carvings on the wall behind him. A flaming torch lies at his feet. Money is important, to be sure, but it doesn't make the world go round. There is a hollowness that results from a fixation on material goods, a hunger that will never be satisfied. This wizard knew that once. He knew that the journey is more important than the destination, and that knowledge is its own reward. If you have dropped the torch of inner guidance somewhere along the way, go back and pick it up. Right. Let me just think how this ties in. I don't know. I still feel that this is a very materially grounded card. And it's not up in the clouds. It's not manifesting. It's not emotions. It's simply material and practical. And I like to see that. I'm a Capricorn, okay? I like to see that. Maybe for some this is cautioning you, like, don't get too caught up in the material side. Don't get too caught up in the material side of this. Like, if you don't see something happening, again, I said it's probably the moon. Things are still foggy. Things are clearing up. Just be patient. Keep looking forward to the future and keep planning patiently. And just keep planning. Keep planning for your best future. And for some who have been focusing too much on the spiritual side of the union, to me, this is saying it's okay to focus on the material side. Like, it's time to actually focus on it, because unless you just want to spend your life having a relationship with an imaginary person in your head, then maybe you should start looking at things from a more practical way. Take it as you wish, take it as it resonates. It's gonna be a different message for everyone. Now, those cards are like timing oracle cards that I made, and I'm gonna pull just one for the prosperity begins and see what comes up. Divine timing. And I'm starting to regret I made this card, but let's see. Just one more. Okay, divine timing in a few months. I'm not getting more nosy than that. So for some of you, it's gonna be divine timing, which we all know what that means. Pretty much nothing. And for others, you're gonna start seeing results in a few months. Like, you'll start things happening in a few months, 2 to 3 months. You'll start seeing things happening. Now, when something is exactly gonna happen, that's the divine timing. That's saying that you cannot know. It will happen when it happens. But in the next few months, you start seeing things moving, the fog clearing up, and just this whole transformation that took place in you just finally manifesting physically. So this is an awesome reading. I love it. Great. Whoop. Keep doing you. And yeah, I'll see you when I do. Bye bye.